Hello, welcome to episode 4 of Kyle and Jack Watch Twin Peaks. So I'm Kyle,
I'm Jack.
and that makes us Kyle and Jack, and we
Yeah.
watch things. So, give you a little background. This is my 100th watching of Twin Peaks. I've been a super fan for a long, long time. This is Jack's first watching of it.
First time. Yeah.
He's almost on 2 now because he's watching everyone almost twice. So, because he's doing a good job of keeping up with the notes and everything, and that's pretty amazing. Give a little quick thing. I did get to go see the Conversation with the Stars, the Twin Peaks convention. I don't know. It was at the Paramount Theater here in Denver. Uh, we got to have Harry Goaz as Deputy Andy. We had Lucy Moran, Kimmy Robertson. We had Dana Ashbrook, who is Bobby Briggs, and we had Ray Wise, who is Leland Palmer. And I can't tell you much that happened because there are spoilers, but it was amazing. There was a big tribute to David Lynch. It was, and then Sabrina Sutherland was there too, who I believe directs an episode in season 2, but she's the executive producer for The Return. So
Okay.
we watched chapter 8 of The Return, which is a crazy episode visually. And then we got to do a Q&A, and it was amazing. And I can tell you that Bobby Briggs is Dana Ashbrook, and Dana Ashbrook is Bobby Briggs. It
Oh,
was
so there's no cutoff. There's no drop off
not
or
seeing a
anything.
big cutoff there, but they were all. I can tell you, Kimmy Lucy is a smart ass, and it's hilarious. So,
Nice.
she's probably the star of the show. Oh, except for Ray Wise, Leland was also great too. So here we are, starting episode 4 or 3, whatever you want to call it. But we get to know who the killer is because he called Sheriff Truman and said, "I had a dream. I know who the killer is." But first, we get to see Audrey talking to Agent Cooper.
Yeah.
There might be a little crush going on. I think you could tell that, but he wants them to. She wants the handwriting analysis. Was that unusual to you, or do you think he figured some stuff out already?
I think well, obviously she's the only one he asked, so he must have had a suspicion about who that was.
For sure.
Yeah.
And he keeps everything to bay, and then finally, here comes Sheriff Harry Truman and Lucy, and he can't remember. Should have said
Yeah.
it last night, don't you think? The night before,
Well, I guess he should have. Yeah, or written it down.
or written it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think he won't be more distraught of not remembering?
You think somebody would have reacted larger
And I said,
in
"Oh
that?
shoot! Oh shoot!"
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he calls them down. They come all the way down to to have breakfast with him. And all they want to know is who it is. And he goes to this long spiel and
Yeah.
says, I forgot. But as long as we, what does he say? As long as we solve the case, or what is it?
Break the
Uh,
code, solve the
break,
crime.
there it is. Break the code, solve the crime. Yeah.
And then they get interrupted because there's a fight at the morgue, and we get instantly thrown in to meet Albert Rosenfield at the morgue. There's some argument with Dr. Haywood about the body. He wants to do science. He doesn't care about the funeral.
Mm. Yeah. You can bury her anytime.
And he's not half wrong there, but you could also do autopsy stuff after the funeral. I feel like, but I guess what's the barrier? You'd
Well,
have to
yeah.
distract with the court order. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it shouldn't be that long to get everything that they needed. But he,
It's also 1990, right? So
yes, 1990. So yeah, it's not like you can just use the internet and send things over quickly. So that's a valid point. Whose side were you taking there?
I was going to go with Albert because I think to solve the crime, they needed the body there. To rush her into the ground didn't make a lot of sense. But
Yeah, especially when there's at large and
right.
people are in trouble, uh,
Mhm.
and they know that. Well, Cooper thinks something's going on with the other cases, so he thinks they're tied. So he thinks there's a serial killer out there. So it
Yeah,
may
the letter under her nail, right?
right under her nail.
Yeah.
Got the letter. Um, and then we get the punch.
The
Uh,
punch. Yeah.
Harry punches Albert right in the nose. Uh,
Right.
he didn't mean it though.
I think he did mean it.
I think
Yeah,
he
I think
did.
he meant it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was your thoughts to that? That's one of my favorite scenes. It honestly is.
Why? I thought it made sense to me, as far as the story went.
Yeah.
Um, but so why was it your favorite scene? One of your favorite.
The payoff that comes out of this. There will
Okay.
be a payoff. So, watching that scene just makes me smile, just of everything that happens later. So, that's
Okay.
easier to you. But that's one of my favorite scenes. Next we get to meet Maddie, who just looks exactly like Laura.
Well, her hair's a totally different color.
Totally
It's
different.
like it's like spectacles on Clark Kent. You
And
can't
this
tell it.
comes back with David Lynch loving Cheryl Lee and wanting her. She was just cast to be a dead body. That was it. A couple throwback scenes, no real lines, just like boom. But he liked her so much, he made this character, Maddie, for him, and
For
built
her.
it into the
Wow.
script for her. Yes, for in the script. But yeah, they look alike. I'd say they do.
A little bit, yeah, yeah.
Kind of spacey to me. I don't know if you get that vibe from Maddie. A little, a
I
little.
didn't get, yeah, well, she's from Missoula. I didn't get spacey. I didn't get spacey.
And we get to watch Leland watching Invitation to Love. I still think part of the Invitation to Love thing, for one, you'll notice some things tie to the current plots. I don't know if you started watching Invitation to Love and kind of see
Yeah.
how they interact, but I think some of that you can see an interaction with the thing. But two, I think it's a subtle knob going, yeah, this feels like a soap opera, right? We get it.
Oh
Uh,
my God. I just put that together. The
yeah,
twins, Maddie and
correct.
Laura. The
Yeah.
twin. Oh my
Something to
God.
pay a little bit of attention to as you go forward is that you'll start seeing that the Invitation to Love has a little tie-in.
Gotcha.
Um,
Okay.
they hug, and then we go to the Double R diner. We get Norma talking about the good behavior in prison, and Hank might be released soon. Hank is talking to, and Hank had a career. The actor, he did a lot of stuff afterwards.
Mhm.
He was always a bit part. He was in, I believe he was in, what was one of the story tales were coming true to life. Had Rumpelstiltskin. It had
Oh, you like Goosebumps?
not Goosebumps. It's more recent. Oh, that reminds me. I got something wrong in the first episode. Somebody corrected me. So thank you very much. His name, let me get it right. Billy Bong. So
Okay.
when I said that they were um when Laura's parents were uh Jerry's parents in Seinfeld, it was Susan's parents.
Susan's parents.
Yeah,
Okay.
George's fiance. I think he said wife, but I don't think they got married because didn't she die doing the? Uh,
Oh, when she's licking. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
They didn't get married. Yeah. Okay.
So it wasn't Jerry's. I can see Jerry's parents now. It was Susan's. So thank you very much for correcting us on that. I appreciate
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
it. I'm not a Seinfeld expert, but it's a great show.
It is a great show.
That'd be a rough one to review.
Oh, it was
Uh,
in like 10 years, wasn't it?
Something like that.
It's crazy.
One episode too many. So she talks to him about her husband, that she's kind of, how to fend off men. He's like, well, my husband's homicidally jealous, I believe is what he said. So she kind of defending him, surprisingly,
Yeah.
kind of more than I thought she would.
Yeah.
So we get Cooper beating Leo. Leo gets, he just his jerk self, blows him off, and then bam, Cooper's got the receipts right there.
Yeah.
Got the laundry list of criminal activity. Says, where were you at the night of the murder? Because I think was Leo your choice last episode?
Well, I think he might have been. Yeah.
But he called Shelly from Butte, Montana. So
But as I recall, he got home really fast.
he got home really fast.
That's for another story, I'm sure.
Then we get to a really weird scene with Bobby and Major Briggs.
Yeah.
In front of the crucifix, gives him a lecture about funerals responsibility. But you don't have to be afraid. And and he just loses his mind.
Yeah.
Just, I'm not afraid.
I'm
Uh,
gonna burn it down or something, he
yeah.
says. Yeah.
And then again, Betty comes in, Mrs. Briggs, and it's just like, okay, let's go.
The sheer the polar opposites of the two, it's crazy.
Yes,
Yeah.
and she's just oblivious. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Briggs may know a little bit, but being in, he's in the Air Force. He's probably gone a lot, so he probably doesn't see it. She has no idea who Bobby is. Or what?
Right. I love Bobby's reaction too. It's always like, are you serious?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
what? Don't you can't put him in a corner. He'll fight you immediately. It's like, it's blue. No, it's not. Not today. It's not. He can't be happy.
Right. Can't be happy. Yeah.
We go back to the station, and we get to the report from from Albert, that she had cocaine in her system, and in the diary, which I have, not the real one, and that she'd been tied up on two separate occasions, and the killer kissed Laura after she was dead.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah.
There are also claw marks on the shoulder and something in her stomach.
Right.
Albert, when he does the kiss, it's just like he leans in for a kiss. He's like dramatic with it. Was that cringy to you?
It was a little odd. It was a little, I mean, thusly where he cups the, and then it was very odd. Yeah.
So
I don't know if cringy is the right word, because it seems spot on for who Albert would be, but it just seems odd. And if you can have odd things in Twin Peaks.
true. They get a Cooper lecture about life is here. Life has meaning. It's not just a body out the door.
Right.
It's not a big city where there's people dead every day. This is huge there. This is everything. And obviously she's connected to everything.
Yeah.
And and then he gets a little like, I want to buy property here now, in Twin Peaks. Um, Talking to Diane. Good old Diane.
Diane.
You like Diane?
Uh Diane. What's she doing? Tell me about her. I forget about what she's doing right now. Hold on.
She's the secretary.
Oh, Diane.
Right.
Diane. I don't know Diane. Diane, she feels disconnected for me.
But she's part of the story.
Yeah. They want her to be, yeah.
So then we get Ed. Is this a weird scene for you?
Big Ed. So oh yeah, this is the normal one, right?
Yeah. No, this is where he goes home and inspecting, and the word is schnotkis. What is this word? Schnotskis? What, the little figurines?
Tchotchkes.
Schnotskis.
Tchotchkes.
I don't
Yeah.
know that word.
Well, there you go.
And I could not spell it just looking at it too. Could you spell it?
I couldn't spell. I can't spell tchotchkes. No, but I know what they are.
Yeah, but Nadine runs up to him, embraces him, talks about their time in high school, and then
Yeah.
James is a great actor, and I think you see it in the scene where he comes in and says he's not going to attend the funeral. Is that some of the worst acting you've seen?
That whole thing didn't make any sense. She goes, "Is that your motorcycle?"
Yeah,
He goes, "No, it's James." Who's James? And then he comes bursting in the door. Are you ready? I'm not going. And then he leaves.
yeah.
Why show up there and do that at all?
But how dramatic he was.
Oh, it's so true. Yeah.
Like,
So bad.
I'm not going.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, cool. You could have called me, but cool.
Right.
I think people don't understand why he's not going.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
We get to see Audrey, and she's eavesdropping. So now she knows some stuff. She spies on her brother and Jacoby and their interaction. It's kind of one of the better scenes with Jacoby, as far as he's an actual human that.
Yeah, you see him caring for someone else. Yeah.
Right. The Reverend reads a passage, and Cooper's looking everybody there. James does show up. So all that drama for nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Johnny starts yelling amen. It's kind of surreal to me. It's at the funeral, and it's and then Bobby starts yelling. He's just screaming. What do you think of Bobby in this scene?
I mean, I couldn't understand why he was so emphatic and why he's so just so crazy about it. because the character, I guess I don't understand the character well enough, but he's excuse me, he's lashing out, he's blaming everybody else. Why is he so angry? Because he I never got the impression he really liked Laura. I mean,
Right.
they were dating, but I felt like that was more like a pretense rather than a relationship.
Yeah, it's the first time he acknowledges her death in a way that is like, you guys did nothing for her. We all watched it. We all knew. And you did
Yeah,
nothing. So it's the first time he's showing care about her. I mean, because he was slinging drugs the same next day. He did not care much.
right. Yeah,
We get another horrible Twin Peaks fight. Not the best fight choreographers in the world in Twin Peaks for sure.
yeah.
Points
Did
in
they
it.
actually go to blows, or he just came at him and
Yeah, and they
they
just
were
start
shoved apart?
it broke up. He's like, "You're a dead man."
Yeah,
And then we get the weirdest scene that you probably is it the weirdest scene you've seen so far? Leland jumping on the coffin and going
it's
up and
it's
down.
it's so yeah. It's such an odd feeling for I mean, obviously it conveys all the emotion of Leland's feeling, but why is it up and down and
Yeah.
up and they just he just sits on it. He just keeps focused on this. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
good scene. You like that scene?
Well,
It's cringe, but
it's cringe. Now that's cringe for me. Yeah.
um. And then we go to the diner and Shelly's making fun of it. Well, not a fan of that. I think it's one of the worst Shelly moments.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's kind of not as you've seen. That's kind of feels like out of character for her.
Hmm. Yeah, it's mean. And she's not necessarily a mean person. So
Big Ed talks and he warns Harry and Hawk about trusting Cooper.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Gotta trust Cooper. They order a slice of pie, and then
Huckleberry.
bam, another Cooper moment. He goes, "How long you two are been in love with each other?" Yeah, I think that's what he says.
It's how long have you been in love with her, or been in a relationship? Because it's yeah. Sorry.
And for some reason, you would think that would be offensive, but to him, you're a good guy now. You figured that out. Yeah, you're in now.
Yeah.
Learn about the secret society, the
The
Bookhouse.
Bookhouse Boys. Yeah.
Uh, so very cool. The Bookhouse Boys. I do like the Bookhouse Boys. They fight evil. So that's the first time Harry's acknowledged there's something else out there. Um, Harry's kind of downplayed everything. It's like this is just not how it is. But there's an evil out there, right? You haven't really discussed that.
Right. But
So
I guess it makes a lot of sense in context with him being so accepting of the kind of strange Agent Cooper that comes in.
true too. That's a good point.
So,
They go to the bookhouse, and Harry says, they've been meeting there for 20 years, which is a long time to have a secret society and it for be secret, especially if you go to the same place all the time. So then we see Joey Paulson. Joey's the one that had Donna on the bike. And
right.
they were trying to get away or hide.
They were meeting up. She meeting up with James.
Meeting up with James. That's exactly what it was. And then we need Bernard Renault, who's tied, bound, and gagged. And Cooper has no reaction to it. Other than say, "You're tied and bound." Does that go against what he is? Do you think that scene?
I think it did. It felt strange to me because he just, like you said, he just accepted it. In fact, he used it as a sort of a leverage.
Yeah.
We have you bound and tied and bound. Why you telling me where your brother is going to be?
He came over with an ounce of cocaine, which does I don't know cocaine very well. Does not seem like a lot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not like this is a big deal, but I don't know if that's a lot. Oh, he does say it's for his personal use, so maybe it's just not a lot. They're trying to find Jacques Renault.
Jacques. Right.
We gotta find Jacques. Jacques, you see Jacques? Is that the first time you've seen Jacques walking to the roadhouse? And then they blink the sign.
Right.
He runs away.
Well, he meets up with Leo.
Yeah, and he makes a phone call.
Yeah.
He calls Leo. Leo's in the kitchen, scraping a shoe with a knife. Shelly walks in, Leo leaves, and Shelly pulls out a gun.
Yes.
And hides it with the shirt. Don't know why you put those two together. if he finds the shirt, he's going to find the gun. He's
True.
obviously looking for the shirt. Doesn't know where it is. He's freaked out. And before we started this, you said this dragged at for a few times for you, this episode.
Mhm. Yeah.
Was this one of the scenes when Harry visits Josie?
Yeah, Harry visits Josie's it's a long scene.
So you're not a big fan of this scene, maybe this whole thing with Harry, Josie, and the missing ledger, um, the whole stuff with that. Kind of like it's dragging along.
Right. I mean,
It's
this
maybe
is one of those aspects that gives it that soap opera feel because you've
exactly.
got multiple plot lines going. I'm just not as invested in the Josie character
Yeah.
and what she's going through.
We get to go to the next scene. Cooper's watching the grave, and Jacoby's there with a hat and cloak and looking all weird. He said he wasn't at the funeral. Um, he does not care about he doesn't care about the town, but Laura changed all that.
Right.
Still would be high on my list at this point.
Yeah, still creepy.
Nothing he has said that made me think, okay, you're a good one.
Yeah, no.
We get back to Josie and Harry again, which is probably drug free again. They're just talking about her husband dying, and do you think there's anything with it? Do you think Harry and Josie were together before the death, or
I would say no. I mean, the way Harry describes it is they got together only a couple months ago. He's been dead a couple years, so and I don't think Harry's a bad guy that's gonna go with somebody who's married. So you hope that he's gonna, as the sheriff and lead of the Bookhouse Boys, he's gonna have a moral code that's gonna prevent him from being.
there's a lot of moral code in Twin Peaks for sure, good or bad.
Yeah.
We get to the final scene. Well, people are dancing, talking about the existence of a soul. It's pretty deep with Hawk. Hawk's a good
Yeah.
deputy.
Hawk's a great character.
Then Leland starts to stand and smell in the air and dancing. Leland likes to dance.
Yes.
Weird times. He's not handling this very well, is he?
No. No. It's a classic breakdown. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So that's how this one will end. Let's give you a rating out of 10. I got a 9. So episode 4.
I'm gonna go episode 4. I'm gonna give it more of a 6. It had something you've got, that Maddie's gonna be a big character because obviously she's Laura. And
Well,
it
she's not
introduces,
Laura. I will say that.
she isn't, but
Yeah.
that's got to go someplace. It's got to pay off somehow. So you've got a couple characters that are coming into this. There's the Hank character that's in the backgrounds. So it's got some stuff. It like I said, it was a little. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if I have the idea that this show is supposed to be unique because of the lore of the show,
Mhm.
and so I'm anticipating strange things happening, and when they don't happen, it just
Yeah.
becomes sort of
There was
mundane.
nothing. The strange things and more reactions to everyday, a funeral and stuff like that, and not paranormal.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this wasn't like one of those quirky, weird things that I was expecting to get. So to me, it was just a regular show in a lot of ways, even though there was some nuance to it, but I had to watch it 2 times to kind of really get
Gotcha.
the feel of it. So yeah.
So tell me if you agree that Hank looks like Huey Lewis.
Yeah. He kind of does a little taller,
He's
a
definitely,
little fuller, but yeah. Yeah.
but
I could see that.
I don't know why. Okay, let's do top 3 characters.
So I struggled with this episode because obviously Cooper, great character throughout this, Hawk, and I like Catherine. I like Catherine's character because I think she really buys into the soap opera character.
She does,
And she's selling it in every scene I've seen her in. She's fully immersed in her character. And so I guess but maybe it's Piper Laurie I like, or I don't know, but
Piper Laurie's good. She's a good actor.
I like her character.
Bottom 3.
This hasn't changed much.
Yeah.
It's still Bobby, Leo, and James. I cannot get past that. Yeah.
All right. Favorite scene.
So my favorite scene has to be at the beginning, right at the breakfast table when he brings everybody in, and like I know who it is, and they're dying to know, and he goes through the story and then says, that's the keep it. I don't know. And there's no reaction. They're like, okay, well, let's move on.
We almost had
I love that. Yeah.
favorite quote.
Favorite quote has to be what did I write down here? I like when he didn't go. Wait, I'm not a, oh yeah, he goes, I didn't expect you to understand the tests. I'm not a cruel man. So it's the autopsy scene where he's like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna explain to you, you're never gonna understand the tests I want to run, just I want to run tests. That was really mean, but I liked it.
Who's the killer?
I mean, I it's hard to say right now. They want to paint a few bad guys. Leo looks like the guy, but we'll see.
And what was a Lynchian moment to you?
There was a definite stoplight in this one for sure. There's a tease where it goes from red to green, and that's about all I saw. But I did want to know what's with all the animals. There's a lot of animals.
That's a very Lynchian thing too. He loves
Is
the wildlife of Twin Peaks.
Yeah,
David Lynch is a very big animal lover, and I think he throws in animals. So animals do play a part. Sure.
there's a they focus on an owl, I think, in this one. And then I noticed that a couple other previous episodes that they really he asked about what kind of owls were here, and I think he asked about something else. And yeah, okay.
All right. So still going on. So
Oh yeah,
I know you watched the next one.
yeah.
Right. So leave us any comments. Correct me if I'm wrong on anything. I probably am. And we will see you next time. Thanks.
Bye.